And we are joined now by Fair Grove head football coach Bill Voris. Coach Voris, thanks for being part of the show tonight.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Get a shutout victory tonight, 49-0 over Springfield Central, an athletic team, a Class 5 school. Tell us about tonight's contest and where you had some success.
Yeah, I mean it was nice to have a home game and Central coming in. They are obviously a big Springfield school. We had kind of a rough week of practice. We were missing several different starters tonight, so it was good for our kids to get out there and prove that some of these kids that had to step up could actually do it. You know, it was a weird night having a lot of guys out of position, but it was a good night for our program as a whole because those kids proved they could do it.
Tell us about some of your standouts tonight. Who had big nights?
You know, we're actually just kind of sitting here watching the film. You know, Kellen Lair had another big night. You know, he last week he kind of was more of a decoy, and Brian Baxter was at receiving, had 3 or 4 receptions for 3 touchdowns and 120 yards last week, and then Brian had to move to play quarterback this week because our quarterback was dinged up, and Kellen had a bigger night, a bigger role in this game, and then defensively. Had a freshman step up, a middle linebacker named Logan Wilson. He had to play some middle linebacker for us tonight, and as we're watching film, had a heck of a game.
You mentioned kind of being banged up going into tonight. How did you come out of tonight?
Overall healthy, I believe, and we're looking forward to getting some of these kids back. We're yet to have a practice, even one practice this year so far, where we have everybody healthy. So we still come in on Saturday mornings and we practice, we run, stretch, and lift, and our trainer will come in and we'll get an injury check on everybody. But I feel like everybody's good. I mean, it always hurts a little less when you win. So
very good. Coach, you've got Buffalo at Buffalo next week, and I know you haven't probably even started breaking them down yet, but a team not unfamiliar to you.
Yeah, they've been on our schedule for a while. We start breaking down film as soon as we can get it. So I've got a coaching staff that's pretty dedicated, and they are professional. I mean, we'll work a week in advance if we can. So we've already had a chance to see them a little bit. I saw their score tonight in Skyline, so I'll get that game. I'm sure Coach Phillips will send that game over as soon as it's ready, and we'll get a chance to start breaking that one down too.
Coach, as you look around the scores, and I know you don't have as much time as I do to look at scores, but occasionally just at a glance, anything surprise you?
No, I mean, it just I was a little surprised by the Ava Rogersville score. You know, I know that Ava's really, really good, and it sounds like they were able to pull it out kind of in the last few seconds. And I won't have any chance to see that film, but that probably was a pretty good game to watch. Saw the East Newton Lamar score, and I know that East Newton must have a pretty solid football team to be able to compete and play with Lamar. So those are some interesting games.
Coach, at what point, as a head coach, do you start looking at the district standings? I mean, because right now you're sitting at top of your district, and I know that's all playoff and trying to get into a home game, as many home games as you can in the playoffs. At what point of the season do you kind of start to check on that?
I mean, I give our kids an updated list of that every week in our scouting reports. And I feel like it's good to be honest with them. We're looking at it now week to week about what's important for us right now, like make sure we're taking care of our business and try and stay at that 1 seed. So, because we don't want to have to go to a place like Ava to play. That's a tough place to play. They're really, really good. We would much rather those guys have to come here.
Outstanding. Well, Coach, I greatly appreciate you being generous with your time here on a game night. I know you guys are breaking down film, and I really appreciate you coming in and telling listeners about your game.
I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Coach Bill Voris, they're kind enough to join us there. They get a 49-0 win tonight, and playing up. That they get those additional points playing a Class 5 school.